Hello there, stamping friends. My name is Amanda Farlinger with From Where I Stamp, and I live near Kingston, Ontario, in Canada. Today we are going to dive into a kit from Stampin' Up's kit collection, and I have some things to teach you about the kits today. So first off, we're going to have a look through all the pieces inside the Christmas Whimsy card kit. And you can see the little picture there of one of our kits wrapped in plastic. I did have a peek at it already, but we're going to have a look inside of the Christmas Whimsy card kit. And I know, Christmas. It's the end of June. What am I thinking of? There is less than 6 months until Christmas. And that's why I decided to showcase this card kit today. And have you started your cards yet? I've made 1, 2, maybe. I don't know. Recently, I think there was at least one video recently where I did a Christmas card, maybe with the Santa Express suite that comes out on Friday. Ooh, excited. Anyway, back to kits. And then I'll show you how to assemble one of the cards in the kit and how you can step it up using some other products from the Stampin' Up catalogs. And stick around to the end. I have some great tips on what to do with the kit after you create the cards. So lots of information for you on why you should purchase, maybe not the Christmas kit, but I'll talk about some of the others. Now, if you wanted to go have a peek at the kits, you'll want to go to kit.fromwhereistamp.ca. That will take you to my online store. So if you're in Canada, you can go to that website, and that will take you to my online store where all the kits that are currently available are listed. All right, so these kits will inspire your creativity and introduce you to stamping if you're a new stamper. And the kits are on sale for the month of June. So they are buy one and get one 50% off. So before we crack open this kit, I wanted to make sure you know that there is a blog post that pairs with this video. Something new I'm doing. My videos will now be Tuesdays and Thursdays, and there will be a matching blog post over on fromwhereistamp.ca that you can visit for pictures of the projects. There will also be, so any of the cards I've made today, the pictures will be there, along with the supply list of any products I've used to create the projects, along with this kit. So this kit's link will be there. And if you would like to order any of the supplies, I so appreciate when you select me as your demonstrator, especially if you're in Canada. If you're not, there are other demonstrators that you can order from to take advantage of the buy one, get one 50% off. All right. So on to what's in this kit. So it does come wrapped in plastic, and I kept the plastic on it because it tells me on the plastic which kit it is. I have another one here that I'll show you after we put this card together. This one, the Light the Candles card kit, I'm going to put that one together on Thursday. So you want to make sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel so you can be notified when my video goes live on Thursday evening. All right. So now, just a reminder, I did open the kit because I wanted to double check what was in it. So there is a stamp set. Let's see if I can, here, let's do this. Didn't work, did it? All right, so we have Wishing You Peace, Joy, and Love, Now and Throughout the Coming Year, Season's Greetings, Merriest Christmas to You, and then there's some big stars, and little, I guess it's snowflakes, big snowflakes and little snowflakes. There's a little Stampin' Spot. So this one is Night of Navy. So you don't need anything else. I'm going to show you a couple things that if you're getting into stamping that you'll want to have on hand as you continue to stamp. So this is the instructions here. And it's all shrink wrapped. So we're going to take it apart. I haven't really looked at, I pulled out the instructions and made sure there was glue in there just so I could tell you what's in here. So there's some really pretty stars. They're like blue snowflakes, and they're sticky. So they have little dots on them so you can stick them right to your project. There's some gold twine. Some dimensionals. I love these things. So they're little hexagons, my favorite adhesive. Maybe I don't know whether it's tied for first with liquid glue, but then there's this Stampin' block. So that way you can use this with your stamps. And I'll show you how to put the stamp on the block and how to ink it, and how to clean it too. So here are the envelopes. So they're gold edged, which is pretty. And those are awesome. Okay, we're gonna put those in the box. You can stamp on the envelopes if you want. I'm gonna forego that for now. Now this kit makes 3 different cards. So we have 2 different cards. So there's 2 different card bases included in the kit. So you can create these projects exactly how the instructions say, or you can change it up like we'll do in a minute. All right, so then we have these cool tags that are gold, and some gold, I think, is that sticker? I think, yep, it's sticky back gold stars, which is awesome. Gold is really good with Christmas. And then we have these die cut figurines for the front of our cards. Oh, and then we have some glue dots. So you have the adhesive, you have the block, you have the ink, everything's pre-cut. You have all the pieces you need. So these kits make awesome gifts, birthday, Christmas, thank you, almost for anything. So you can put these kits, like there's a bunch of different ones. And if you buy one, get one 50% off, then you can have one for yourself and one to give away. And if you're not ready for Christmas yet, it might be good if you like to create lots of cards, then you may want to get this. So it's 8 cards, 8 envelopes. So if you need 16 cards, buy one, get one 50% off. Easy. Then you can put the cards together and you're done. All right. And then I'll show you a trick at the end on how you can get even more cards out of it. So there's color instructions included with each of the kits, which is awesome because color instructions are what we all need. When they're black and white, they're not as nice. So we're going to do the one with the tree. No, sorry, I'll do the one in the tree in a minute. So we're going to do the landscape with the trees. I love pine trees. They're just the best. All right, so it outlines here that we need a tag. Now I'm going to leave my tag on the sheet for now, and I'll show you why in just a minute. We need the block, and we need some ink and the stamp set. Okay, we need some blue sticky stars. We got that. We're going to need this gold twine. So you will need some scissors. So I recommend our paper snips. I've had these forever and they're nice and sharp. They're grand. Okay, set that off to the side for a minute. We need some dimensionals. And I think that's sticky, the glue dots. And then we need some of these people. So we need one of these. And because these are already die cut, you can just pop this out. Whoops. Oh, it's attached. I almost ripped it. Whoops. Okay. So this, and we need this one here. This little elf. I guess they're not people. I guess they're elves. All right. And it says Merriest Christmas to you. So next up, so step number 1, we need to pull all that aside now that I have all my pieces. So I told you I'd share a few items that I think you should have if you're getting into stamping or card making, scrapbooking, anything. Now, if you don't have this bone folder makes the edge nice and crisp. Awesome. But if you don't have a bone folder, use the block. So this block, you have to be careful of your working surface, but if you're really careful, you can still make a nice crisp line right at top. So that's all good to go. All right. So now we need Is it the big one or the small one? It is the small one, I think. So this sheet, I leave it stuck on. So photopolymer are very sticky and they're see-through, which is awesome. So you can see exactly where you're stamping. And to put it on a block, you want to put the stamp down on your work surface. So then it doesn't get deformed. And then you put your block down to pick up your stamp like so. There we go. And I'm just going to use an X-Acto knife on this ink. Now I do have the larger ink pads, and generally if you've watched my paper pumpkin videos, I'll use, like I have it here, the Night of Navy larger ink pad, but you don't need it. You can use this to make your project. So it says we should ink up. So what you do is upside down, just tap, tap, tap on there to ink it up. And then we're just going to stamp like so. Now I'm not going to stamp as many times as they, have listed. So you can put as many snowflakes as you want. Now, if you had the larger pad, you could just tap, tap, tap this into the larger pad. But this is fun. And I smooshed one of the dots, but no one's going to notice. No one. Now, another piece that's good to have for cleaning your stamps is the Simply Chamois. You'll see this is well loved, and this is just with water. It's just wet with water. Now, if you have like a microfiber cloth, I wouldn't recommend paper towel. Baby wipes sometimes will leave pieces behind. So microfiber cloth or Simply Chamois is the best option for cleaning your stamps. Okay. So we'll put that back. So now we need to stamp our sentiment. So let's fold this back up and we grab our little tag. We want Merriest of Christmas Wishes, which is this bottom one. Whoops, it went a flying. There we go. Put the stamp on the block, ink it up. And because you can see through, then we can put it right in the center of the tag. Awesome. All right. Now, for some reason, my video. What's going on with my video? It has paused. I'm cleaning the stamp. Why is my video paused? Okay, give me just a moment. Remove, add. Why is it not there anymore? Oh, of course. Enter. Apologies. Okay. There we go. All fixed. Apologies. All right. Technology some days. All right. So I just cleaned the stamp with the Simply Chamois. And we'll just pop this little tag out. And I have a little garbage that I keep by, not close to hand. All right, so we got two pieces. And it says a little bit of this twine. So it says 3 inches. Now they have this handy dandy in centimeters and in inches, which is awesome. So whichever, so it says 7.6 centimeters or 3 inches. I'm used to doing inches, so we're going to do some inches. Oops. Come on. It didn't cut all the way. There we go. That's better. So we want to take this, and I think you're supposed to tie it, but I'm going to do the little trick where you fold it over. So you fold it in half, your ribbon or your twine, and poke it up the folded part through the hole. And then you take the little tails. Oops, maybe I should have cut it longer. All right, and put the tails in the loop. Come on. There we go. So now we have this cute little, I'm going to trim off this because it frayed a little. There we go. So now we have our little gold piece. All right. Oh, and then we want to put some dimensionals. Now these are mini dimensionals, which are my favorite. And it says to put 2 on there. And they're my favorite because they're small. You can cut them up if you need them smaller. And also remember, you can use this outside piece too. There we go. This outside piece, make sure to use your paper snips and cut that apart. So we want to do some, it's supposed to fit on the head. No, not bad. And on the present, one there, one there, one here, one there. Oh, and let's put one up here. Okay, mini dimensionals are definitely something that you should have. All right, so we have our little elves and the presents. So that's this part up here. Now we're going to put some things together. So we have this one first. So I'm going to take off some of the backings. You don't need to take all of them off. Now, just a reminder, as I'm putting this kit together, that there is a blog post with photos of the projects I'm making today, along with links to products. So if you wanted to purchase these kits because they're buy one, get one 50% off, and we're less than 6 months till Christmas. I know, you're probably going, oh, come on, Amanda, it's still June. But I wanted to make sure that if you like this kit, because it is adorable, don't wait for December or November. It might be sold out by then. But you want to purchase it now when you could, if you need 16 cards, or you can give one to a friend for their birthday so that they have their Christmas cards done too. Oh, I see. I guess the gold was supposed to wrap around the present. Oh well, say living. Okay, I'm just going to use my bone folder to crease that again, just so it stays down. So to finish off the card, step 4. Now these kits can travel. So if you're someone who likes to camp, or if you're like, I don't know if I would necessarily do them like in the car. Okay, so I'm just looking at it. Oops, not that one. This one. So it's showing me here where to put them. I'm just double checking. All right. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Whole row. So I wouldn't necessarily do this in the car, but if you wanted to sit out on the patio in the beautiful weather we've been having, at least here in Southern Ontario, we're having beautiful weather. A little warm the past few days, but my garden is loving it, the good weather, and I get to hide out in the nice cold basement. So when I go outside, I'm kind of frozen, and I warm up when I go outside. All right, so oops, I'm kind of pulling the sticky off. Whoops. Okay, we're going to put this one over here. So there we go. Little sparkle Christmas card, all done. And then put your name on the back, said Crate by Amanda. All right, so I wanted to show you, it took a little longer to put the card together than I thought it would. So I have this Poppy Parade card base here. And I wanted to show you with this Christmas tree. I'm not going to put the whole card together. So you'll have to visit the blog to see the card. So this card is the same as a half sheet of cardstock. So it's the card front is 5.5 by 4 1/4. So if I cut this at 4, you might be going, but then what do I do with this? Well, you can keep this for any other stamping projects, because then you can use this for greetings or anything else. So now I'm going to take a 1/4 inch off the top, because then it makes it 4 by 5 1/4. Like I said, I'm not going to show you the whole card right now, but you'll have to go to the blog to see it completed. So I'll give you an idea. So it's like this, and then we have the little elf on a ladder. And then I'll have to think of something else, of what else I'm going to change. Oops, don't cut off their head. At least I don't have to cut it out with some scissors. All right, so anyway, that's what you can do, is add in an ink pad to stamp the greeting. Add in some cardstock to change the card look. You can, instead of some gold, coming up in the next catalog, in the July to December catalog, there's this really cool sparkly sweater stuff. I might use that somewhere on it. But these are all something that you could add on if you wanted. But if you didn't want to, the kit is all good by itself. So you can create 8 cards and have the envelopes ready to go. So you can do a little stamping on the outside with some snowflakes. I'll show you, I said I was going to show you the inside of this. So this card kit we're going to make on Thursday. So this is the Light the Candles card kit. And these are just adorable cards. So make sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel and join me back here on Thursday at 7 p.m. Eastern to see this kit in action. And reminder, there's a blog post with all the links for what you can purchase, where you can purchase this, but you can also go to kits.fromwhereistamp.ca to see what kits are still available. And reminder, that sale is ended on Thursday, June 30th. Like, how is July Friday? So I hope you enjoyed these cards, and I'm looking forward to finishing this one up to share with you on my blog. We'll see you on Thursday.